Hey, folks and friends, good morning. What are you doing? The dog just took off with a paper grocery bag in his mouth. It's good to see you all. Good to see you. It's Tuesday morning, June 16th. We are over halfway through this month of June. Man, days are just flying by. It seems like just a couple of days ago I was trying to figure all this stuff out, and we were starting to do videos. So, my goodness, good morning, folks. I see Chris and Louise and Paula. I know there are others on there, and Sue. Hi, guys. Hope everyone is doing well. Well, I got a joke for you this morning, and I have to preface this because here's what's happening. My wife, Angela, her brother and sister-in-law, and their 4 children from Illinois are in town, and they're vacationing at a resort here in Orlando, Kissimmee. And because of the mix-up with COVID and everything else, they have a bigger room, and they have all this space, and it's very, very nice. And so the kids and Angela are staying with them at the resort and enjoying the pool and the amenities and all the fun stuff. And I go out there, a couple hours a day, and when I'm not working or home taking care of these 2 mutts and things like that. But so I have not had anyone to kind of test run this joke by. So, yeah, all right. So just hang with me, and here it is. Are you ready? Here it is. A child asked his father, "How were people born?" That's always a scary question as a parent, isn't it? So his father said, "Well, Adam and Eve made babies, and then their babies became adults and made babies, and so on and so on." And the child thought and said, that's okay. And then he went to his mom. He went to his mother and asked the same question. He said, "Mom, how are babies born?" And the mom said, "Well, we were monkeys, and then we evolved to become like we are now." The child ran back to his dad and he said, "Dad, you lied to me." And his father replied, "Oh, no, son. Your mom was talking about her side of the family." Oh, I thought that was hilarious. But there's no one else to laugh here with me, so you might catch some background noise of this bad little dog. You want to see Oliver? Come here, stink. Here he is, causing destruction and mayhem. Can you say hi? I know. All right, you get down. Well, it's good to be with you all. Hope you're having a good week so far. We're doing good at the church. Things are going well. And Angela says, "Nope." That's funny. Let's dig into our devotional this morning, and this kind of spurs from where we were at Sunday morning in church, as we were talking about what it means to be a peacemaker from a biblical worldview, not from a cultural worldview. So let's look at kind of what Scripture says. I thought so. It was a funny joke. Come on now, you got to laugh. That's good. But here it is. We're in the middle of. I think we are. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. We also have this social unrest happening all over, and for a good reason. What took place was horrible, but it doesn't also warrant the destruction of property and things like that. So, what took place was awful, but certain acts following were not okay either. But in the midst of all this, there's health pandemic crisis, there's social unrest happening all over, there's political discord. My goodness, if you watch the news or politics, it's such an ugly, ugly scene. And I don't know, I know I'm only 38, almost 39, but I have not seen a time in this world when it's been this ugly politically. But in the midst of all this, we need to learn to treat our own self and others. Remember, because God says to, number 1, love God with all of your heart, soul, strength, mind, every ounce of who you are. And then he says to love others like yourself, which means you're supposed to love yourself and take care of yourself. But the same way you do that is the same way you're supposed to treat other people. And I think during all that's going on, we need to learn to extend a little bit more grace. A little bit more grace. We know what the difference between grace and mercy is. We've talked about it before. Grace means that God always gives you what you need, even when you don't deserve it. Even when you don't deserve it. If you got what you deserved, you and I wouldn't be here. If we truly got what we deserved, we wouldn't be here. Let's bring up our scripture for the day. And this is found in the book of James, chapter 4. It said, God gives us even more grace. As the scripture says, God is against the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. You know, folks, God opposes the prideful. He's not a fan of the arrogant, because prideful people, arrogant people, they think they can do it all by themselves. They think they can do it all by themselves, apart from God. They don't need God. They don't need his grace. They don't need his mercy. They approach life, even in the midst of pandemic, political crisis, unrest, all that stuff. They approach life with a mindset that, well, I can do it myself. I can make my own decisions. I know better. Me, I. But to be completely honest, if we're going to be humble, and there was a number of humble people in Scripture, but none like Abraham. If we were humble, you can admit that you cannot make it through this situation on your own. When we learn to get to that point in our life, when we learn to humble ourselves and trust wholly, fully, 100% in God's power, in his strength, in his provision, I believe that triggers something for God. And he loves that. And he says, fantastic. Let me open up the floodgates. Let me pour out grace on you like you've never seen before. And I think he expects then, when he pours out his grace on us, I think he expects us then to pour it, to share it out, share it with others. You know, everybody, in one fashion or another. It might not be affecting everybody the exact same way, but everybody in this world today is having some part of a difficult time. There's stress. My goodness, there's stress. Everybody we talk to, there's something that is stressful that they are dealing with in their life. And here's, I think, what we need to do for a little bit. It might turn into a lot bit. We need to cut some slack. Does that mean we stop telling the truth and saying how it is? Absolutely not. Does that mean we waver on our convictions and our beliefs? Absolutely not. But I think we can be kinder. I think we can be gentler with people. Even the hardest people to love are fighting some kind of battle right now. Even those people that you have in your mind that you're like, oh yeah, those folks, yeah, I can never ever love those. Those folks, no. Even those people, they are struggling somehow, some way. And I think we need to just begin to learn to cut a little slack, be kind, show mercy, show grace. I wonder what it would look like. This is kind of hard to do, because when we show grace, it requires us to be humbled. And to be humbled, the act of being humbled is not always fun. But I wonder what it would look like if we had a church army, a Christian army of people stand up and be humbled and live in a humble manner, showing people grace, extending the same grace that has been extended to us through Jesus. Tensions are high right now. Stress is high right now. Frustration is high right now. And it's easier, it's so much easier to not turn the other cheek. It's so much easier to fire back and to say, hey, you're wrong, I'm right, this is why. I'm guilty of it. It's so much easier to do that. It's so much easier to speak without listening. It's so much easier to have a knee-jerk reaction without thinking things through. But folks, in our world today, we need, as believers in Jesus, as grace has been extended to us, we need to extend grace to others. Your neighbors need some grace. I'm guilty of that. Your children need grace. I'm guilty of that. Your spouse, your family needs grace. I'm guilty of that too. The person you disagree with politically, they need grace. So do you. The world that we live in is on a defense. Stress levels are high. Frustration is high. Because to be completely honest, there are people out in our world, there are people probably in the church that don't know which way is up, which way is down, which way is left, which way is right. Their whole compass is thrown off by all that's happening in this world today. But you know what? There's nothing more powerful to disarm someone than grace. And so I want to encourage you. As God gives grace to you, pass it on to others. Be kinder. Be gentler. Be less reactive and more proactive. Trust in Him. Listen more. Think more. That's why God gave us 2 ears and only one mouth. But as God gives grace to you, I want to ask you, if you would, extend it to others. Because one of the benefits through that is by extending grace to others, you're showing people what Jesus has done for you. And that just might open up an opportunity for you to share the good news of Him with those around you. All right, guys. Well, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a good Tuesday. I want to invite you to join us back here at 8:30 tonight for a little bit of time of hope, prayer, and blessing. And then again Wednesday at 6:30 for Bible study. You don't want to miss it. If you have not been a part of the Kissimmee First Zoom Bible studies and you would like to, message us, let us know. We want to email you and get you the credentials so you can log in. We're going to be in the book of Revelation again, and if you give me your email, we can send you the the Bible study, the paper. You can either print it off or just look at it on your phone. Paula, what in the world is Tour Dig? I have no idea what that is. So, no idea. Hope you're doing well. Tuesday, got a few more days of the week left. Tuesdays are good days. I like Tuesdays. Oh, what is my dog doing? He's dragging around a piece of cardboard and chewing on it. So, that's not... It'll be fine. A little bit of fiber is not going to hurt him. All right, guys. Love y'all. Appreciate you. Hope you're having a great, great day. And I look forward to seeing y'all again. Remember, as God's being a blessing to you, be a blessing to others. See you again, guys. Take care.